How we doing? How we doing, everybody? Welcome in. I'm just trying to finish up my dinner. I'm sorry I'm late. I was on a phone call sitting here talking with the homie JB. AAA is on right now. We've got Flamer in the ring from Las Vegas. I really like this chick. I think that the WWE should put her on the main roster, to be honest. She's had good matches with Natty and Bailey. I'm like, get her on the main roster then. Oh, she just mentioned Natalia and Bailey. After I did, she must have heard me. Real ones, pull up. That's right. We got Patrick Palmer with the ones in the chat. How we doing, Pat? Hope you're doing good on this Saturday. Doing good, he says. All right. Good to hear. And real ones pull up. You know what it is, Mike Rouse. Issa doing a better job translating than Ray. Yeah, I don't know why they're even having Ray talk over. I would just rather listen to Plummer talking Spanish. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear Ray talking over her. Like, I can read the subtitles in English on my screen right now. I don't need Ray talking. Good, they told him to shut up. Look at the full timers pulling up. Real ones. How we doing, chat? Sorry I'm late. I wasn't really late. I mean, I was, but I was sitting here. I was just on the phone. We got a fun little evening of some Lucha Libre action going tonight. What is going on with this? Are they celebrating the fact that Flamer won a title or something? She's the AAA Women's Champion, right? Sorry, chat. I'll turn my camera back on when I'm done eating my burrito. Who's she gonna wait? She said I've destroyed all of them. Who's coming out? Who is this? Pink Cadillac? Is it Tiffany Stratton? No, not Eva Marie. Who is? Oh, Lola Vice. It's Lola. Pink Cadillac. Yeah, it's Lola Vice. 100%. New NXT Women's Champion Lola Vice. Wait, La Catalina. This ain't Lola Vice. Who's La Catalina? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Guardian GOC. I was just on the phone with our boy JB from the chat. I was just talking about you. You must have heard me. Who is this? Uh, my new wife? My new side chick? Who is that? Who's Catalina? Good God. Appreciate you, Guardian. How you doing? How's your weekend so far, bro? I appreciate you popping by. Sorry I'm not on camera. I'm just finishing my burrito real quick. I haven't streamed in a couple of months, I think. So this girl is cute as hell. Yeah, I think they need to add Flamer to or Flamer, however you say her name. Sorry if I butcher that. I think she needs to be on the main roster. Just put those La Toxica or Los Toxicas, whatever their trio's name is. Toxica. The women's division on the main roster needs to be bolstered. In my honest and humble opinion, yeah, Lola won the NXT title last Saturday. That's why I thought it was going to be her showing up tonight. But oh, chin checking him. Put her face right in the cake. Oh my god. She. uh oh. I think her panties are out. Bro, how can she see? Her face is covered in black frosting. Oh, let's go. Busy day today. Went to my father's for breakfast and a wrestling themed wedding in ring, followed by matches in church. Oh my god, Guardian, a wrestling themed wedding? I've never heard of that, ever. That might be the most incredible thing I've ever heard of for wedding idea. A pro wrestling wedding. That is amazing. I'm assuming the bride to be must have been a wrestling fan too, because there's no way that that would have been approved otherwise. I assume. That's so cool. Damn, I love seeing when guys marry cool chicks. That's dope. Well, sounds like you had a good day, bro, and I'm glad to hear that you're doing good. Hope say hi to the missus for me. Hope the grandkids are doing good and all that good stuff. And I appreciate you stopping by as always and hanging out. Did you have a good breakfast? I don't know why, but I'm curious to know what you had for breakfast. You don't have to tell me. I'm just nosy like that because I'm a food guy. But oh, I guess we're in a silent commercial break. I guess that's better than watching the same 5 commercials over and over for 3 hours like on SmackDown. So I'll take the silence over the corporate American pimping. But I really like La Toxica as a heel faction. I like their look, um, and I think Flamer is really good in the ring. And I was really impressed that she had such good matches with Natalie and Bailey because I don't really know much about. Like I'm still learning every time I watch AAA with you guys. I'm still learning about these wrestlers that I don't really know much about, and she's one of the ones that I really know nothing of. There he is. There he is. What up, JB? Long time no hear from, bro. Scrambled eggs, bacon, home fries, toast with Red Bull. Bro, Guardian, I swear. I feel like there are parts to our personalities that we share very similarly. Um, I feel like you're more like I'm way too high strung though. You're more mellow, smooth, cool, uh, other side of the pillow type of dude. I'm neurotic and and like running around with my like a chicken with my head cut off normally. But Red Bull with breakfast is something I would do. I don't always wake up and have coffee. Like I will wake up and chug a Red Bull a lot of times. And sometimes I don't want coffee. Sometimes I don't know. I need the carbonation. So scrambled eggs, bacon, home fries, toast, and Red Bull is like my kind of breakfast. Sounds delicious. Plus, Red Bull works faster than coffee. I don't know how, but it does. It's amazing. Oh, I love Trick Williams, Mike. Trick Williams is so good. How many? I don't know how long tonight's card is. I don't know if the show's an hour, 2 hours. I'm assuming 2 hours. Like what? 4 matches. Trick looks like a '70s pimp. Trick Williams is going to be. I see him being on the main roster for years to come. What's going on with the feed? Have we rewound? Or is this a replay? I think my feed is skipping. Give me 1 second, chat. Um, I highly doubt that Corey Graves, JBL, and Rey Mysterio flew to Mexico City to call this. I'm assuming they're in WWE studios just voiceovering the commentary. Here goes Octagon. Oh, there's only 2 matches. Okay, yeah. So this is going to be quick. If you like Penta, pay attention to this guy. If you think that his mask looks very much like Penta's, pay attention to this guy. I urge everybody that doesn't know Octagon to do a little digging into your Lucha Libre history and understand how he fits in with Penta. Penta is a result of Octagon. Think about Penta and Octagon in terms of Star Wars. You have the good Jedi's, the light side of the Force, and you have the dark side of the Force, which are the Sith. Octagon would be the Jedi, Penta would be the Sith, if that makes sense. Grande Americano, OG, Chad Gable is in the house. And nobody likes him. Everybody likes Ludwig Kaiser. Grande Americano. Americano. Gracias. 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 Ajá, gracias. He's just watching TNA and AAA. Yeah, no, that's too much for me. JBL just said the fake Grande Americano doesn't even like tacos. He's more of a schnitzel guy, and schnitzel is German, right? And that's where Ludwig Kaiser's from. I can't believe JBL said that. That was funny as fuck. He said he's more of a schnitzel guy. That's crazy. So the match is just now getting underway. Original El Americano using heel tactics to try and frustrate his opponent in the middle of the ring. Kick to the stomach by Grande Americano, followed with a series of chops to the chest. Now both men are in the turnbuckle corner. Irish whip, octagon. What is going on here? They're telegraphing these way too much. Way too telegraphed. Shorty G in the house. Yeah. Shorty G is in the house. Americana's on the outside and octagon off the ropes. Tope con hero. Oh, sorry. My bad. Tope suicida. Octagon over rotated on that backflip. Yikes. Nuki82, welcome in. I hope I said your name right. La Catalina is amazing. Yeah, I thought it was Lola Vice. I'm not gonna lie. The hair color and the eyes. I thought it was Lola Vice, and they reveal it to be La Catalina, and I don't know who she is. Um, I know a little bit about Lucha Libre, AAA wrestling, not a whole lot. Not like I do WWE, but I'm very much into AAA, and I love learning more and more every time I watch. So, how are you doing tonight, Nuki82? How's your night going? Thank you very much for joining the stream. If you like the stream, please hit the like button. It would greatly help me out immensely. I would appreciate it so much. Mike and Patrick, JB, please hit the thumbs up for me, bros. If you haven't already, I'm sure you guys already have. You guys never forget, but I just got to do my job and mention it. That was a nice torpedo off of the top rope by Octagon. Original is in the corner, and here comes Octagon. A lot of these moves are not connecting or looking like they're connecting. I don't know what's going on with these two, but not really sure if it's a chemistry thing or what. I feel like their timing is off, these two guys. There's no way Octagon is blown up, and he's dead weight in the ring. He dead weighted, and Shorty G still gave him an exploder. What? He landed on his feet from a moonsault directly into the ankle lock. I've never seen that shit in my life. Fin 2004. Forgot about AAA tonight. Live on YouTube watching. Hell yeah, welcome in. Fin, how you doing? Good shit. Oh, he took the mask off. He literally took his mask off. I mean, speaking of souvenirs, I'd like to take her home. Not gonna lie. Hola, mamacita. Ay, ay, ay. Glad you're doing good, bro. He said I'm the Mexican Stevie Wonder. He must be blind. Oh, he's Chad Gable is beating on a blind guy. So is Rey Mysterio gonna come out and help him? Oh, she smacked him. She slapped him. There's the Grande. Oh! Los Grande Americanos! Let's go! They just collided heads. I hope they fight at WrestleMania. I want to see these two fight at WrestleMania. I'm not gonna lie. Let's go! The girl that Chad was walking after is dating Ludwig Kaiser in real life. That's Ludwig Kaiser's real life girlfriend. That's why Ludwig come out to help. Kicked him in the dick. All hell is broken loose ringside. This has to end up as a Mania match. It has to. This will be at WrestleMania. Probably on the pre-show, but JD said he's getting tired of this storyline. I'm not tired of it. I don't know if JD watches AAA or not, but I'm assuming he doesn't. I feel like if you watch AAA and you've been watching the continuation of this storyline, it makes it not getting old. When you see him from time to time on Raw and SmackDown in matches, I can see why JD's like tired of it. But watching the whole storyline play out, uh, I do want to see these two fight at Mania. I do, I do, I do. Yeah, I'm not bored of it either. They're so good. Chad Gable's doing really good at being the heel version of the gimmick, even though he was supposed to be the face of it. And Kaiser's doing a great job of being the baby face of the gimmick, who originally started out as the heel version of the gimmick. So it's funny how they've switched places in playing the same gimmick. And then you've got the American version and the Mexican version. And the way they're playing off each other, I think is hilarious. I think it's a genius idea. And I think they would have a great match if they're given the chance at WrestleMania. But there's got to be a stipulation involved, I feel like. I don't know what that stipulation might be, but there has to be a stipulation. Maybe whoever loses has to take his mask off, some shit like that, maybe. That means then the feud and the gimmick kind of comes to an end in terms of one of the guys playing the part if he's got to take his mask off. But you can still run with Ludwig Kaiser as a Lucha Libre Los Americanos for a good year or two more before you come up to a point where you should put him in a storyline where he is revealed as Ludwig Kaiser as well. That's my thinking on it. Yeah, something like that, Patrick. Mask versus mask at WrestleMania. Yeah, totally. I like how AAA is doing these silent commercial breaks. The fuck? I don't know how they're making ad revenue, but I'm not complaining. I agree, Finn. I think that like I said WrestleMania because if you want to get the whole planet's eyes on AAA's promotion, WrestleMania would be the place to put the match. If you want people coming to AAA's YouTube channel, WWE's YouTube channel to watch AAA, the most eyes will be watching WrestleMania. But I agree with you. The storyline will continue in AAA on their next PLE. And you're probably right. They'll probably do it there and not have a Mania match. But I would like to see them get the Mania moment and get the Mania spotlight because I think they deserve it. This gimmick has been largely one of the most entertaining stories. Yeah, it's a comedy story, but think about it. Comedy stories are often cringy and hard to pull off. WWE doesn't have a great track record doing comedy. And I feel like this Los Americanos thing, since it started, has been top tier. I really do. I'll get to your comment in 1 second, Guardian. I gotta turn my volume down because Corey Graves is literally just blew my eardrum out. Oh, and one more thing, Finn. I do agree that it has picked up much more as a bigger deal in AAA because they've chosen to advance the story weekly through AAA, right? They're sporadically on Raw from time to time, but not very often. So I do agree with you on that point too. Guardian, I've been watching Lucha Libre since the mid 70s, even though it's a different style. I always enjoyed it. I agree. I mean, I haven't been watching it as long as you, but it is a different style, and I've always liked it. Okay, so here's the main event of the match of tonight's card. We were here for a good time, not a long time. El Campeón. Is he champion? Oh no, he's not. Dominic is. That's right. This is for the Intercontinental title from Penta. This is I'm calling it right now, chat. Who's with me? This is going to end up being a top 5 match of the year contender. I'm just calling it right now. Yeah, you're probably right, Finn. I think they did. And like I said, if they were to put both Americanos in a match on WrestleMania at this point, because the card's pretty full, they would probably end up sticking them on the pre-show, which I wouldn't want to see. That feud has been largely big enough to have their own match on the actual card, not a pre-show. Here we go. Cero miedo. Boom. No pyro for this show, huh? Wow, did you hear that, chat? That's incredible, Guardian. In 1986, I was in Mexico City. They treated me like I was Hulk Hogan. True story. That's fucking awesome. For real. If you want locals, like if you're traveling out of country, if you want like locals to not look at you just like a shitty American tourist, make yourself look like a pro wrestler. Dead ass. Make yourself look like a professional wrestler and go out on the town. Like Guardian's saying. They thought he was Hulk Hogan. If locals think that you're a pro wrestler from other countries, you'll be treated like a celebrity. Another reason why I've been loving watching AAA, the crowd. They're alive. They cheer. They boo. They cheer. They're not dead sitting on their thumbs. It's like they understand the concept that they paid their hard-earned money to watch wrestling, and they're going to cheer for what they like and what they don't like. Americans are visually sitting in their seats, but I don't know what they're doing. I don't know if they're unconscious. I don't know if they're listening to Audible. I don't know. A lot of the United States crowds are just silent. The Vikingo! I also like their ring announcer. He's awesome. These AAA events are a vibe, Hooli JB says. I love them. I love them. It's exciting. It flows really fast. The commercial breaks don't seem to intrude on the wrestling program. And everything flows, and we get our wrestling in, and it's over. No dragging shit out for 3 hours, waiting for stupid segments that they plug 20 times in the night just to be underwhelmed by the main event, main event, main event, main event. And then 3 hours later, we get to the main event, and then you do something hokey like Pat McAfee, and you're going, I waited all this time, and this is what you gave me? WWE has my whole life has always treated its fans like idiots. Vince gets off on treating the fan base like they are little children drooling all over themselves. And need help feeding. And it's frustrating. They they do love wrestling in Mexico. They probably love wrestling in Mexico, and it's probably more accepted in Mexico than any other country. Speaking of Mexico, I am still in the process of trying to eat my burrito for dinner. The thing was literally as long as my head. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but my head is probably like 18 inches long. Not literally. Okay. I was just exaggerating a number. Don't quote me on that, please. Let's go, boys. Oh, nice counter. Damn, he kicked him right in the gut when he was upside down. How do you guys feel about JBL on commentary? Is it me or is that random as a motherfucker? Are they doing it because when JBL was a heel against like Eddie and Ray, he was always talking shit about the illegal immigrants, right? Before we had all this political immigrant stuff going on in this country with the president and ICE and all that hoopla, JBL was cutting promos against illegal immigrant Mexican Americans way back in the day. I know that Conan is out for personal reasons. Rey Mysterio makes sense. JBL to me is kind of random. I don't know if I like him being on commentary. And I hope it's not because it's eventually leading to a return in the ring of JBL. Nobody wants to see JBL return for another match, do they? I wouldn't think so. Not anybody with a functioning brain. Hijo del my favorite chant in all pro wrestling right now, everybody. Hijo del Vikingo, chingala tu madre. Hijo del Vikingo, chingala tu madre. Best chant in wrestling. He's tying him to the bottom rope with his bandana. What is happening here? Yeah, JBL's the worst. I'm pretty sure he was the first WWE wrestler or wrestler of any kind to block me on social media. JBL blocked me back in like 2017, I believe, when he was in when he was trending for the comments he was making about certain things. And I was new to Twitter and I didn't understand how it worked and I tagged his actual name in a comment. And yeah, that earned me a block. I wasn't trying to get blocked, but I didn't really understand how Twitter worked. Now I just type their name. I don't put the hashtag or the at symbol in front of it. And I don't follow wrestlers that I talk shit about. If you want to talk shit about a wrestler and not get blocked, make sure you're not following them. Don't tag them and make sure you're not following them. And you can say anything you want to about any wrestler. Fin says, oh, wait, I got comments. Hold on. Guardian says, I met Mysterio years ago. We were at the same event. He was very cool, treated me like an equal. What an honor, and I have photos. Yeah, Guardian. I would love to see those photos sometime. You should. Have you ever thought about making a digital collage of all your photos, like a slideshow reel? That'd be kind of cool for your Chaos Corner Storytime channel. On the episodes where you're talking about those moments in time in your career, because I love learning about all that stuff. It'd be cool to see pictures. I mean, obviously, I believe you, but like just seeing pictures, like having a visual to go with it, is pretty tight. And you're one of the only ones, if not the only one, in JD's community that was actually in and around the business, other than JD himself. But you actually took bumps. So if anybody has got the cachet and the credentials, it's you. That's pretty dope. Fin is saying JBL and commentary in AAA is definitely awkward for those reasons you stated. Much better fit for WWE programming. Even for WWE programming, I mean, the whole ICE thing, like, I haven't forgot all the racist shit he used to say on TV. He'd be canceled as like a motherfucker. I don't even know why they got him on TV in the Mexican promotion. I don't know. There has to be a reason that they specifically brought in JBL, and it makes me think that he's trying to get a match. Someone is going to bring up his transgressions from the past and the comments that he made about Mexicans and immigrants in America, and it's going to have to lead to a match. If they had Corey Graves come down to do commentary, they can get Joe Tess or Michael Cole to do it also. So the fact that they put in JBL, it tells me that there's a specific reason they had JBL added. I can't get my mind off of that. I don't know. I might be wrong. He might not wrestle again, but I feel like why else would he have been inserted into this shit? I see no you. I got a lot of notifications from you recently, Guardian, and I'm so far behind them. I got to do some catching up one of these days this week. I'm so far behind in my actual life on shit I'm supposed to be doing in my real life. It has been a rough week, but if you got pictures up, I'll see them when I go to your channel and catch up on your content. You got a photo of you and Hobbs? Okay, I got to check that out. I didn't see that on Twitter today. How about the debut of Royce Keys last night, chat? What do we think? I haven't watched JD's review about it yet, so I don't know what his thoughts on wrestling were last night for SmackDown, but I would have rather them debuted Royce Keys at Mania, but I understand why they did it last night. It being in his hometown, that's probably what he wanted. He probably wanted to debut with his family in the crowd. So I was okay with it. What struck me as odd about Royce Keys' debut was his opponent. Why did they feed him a tag team member from the division instead of a local jobber or a singles guy, a bottom mid carder? Why would you feed him a tag team guy? Something tells me he's going to have a feud with Los Garzas to showcase how strong of a human being he is. I'm assuming at some point it's going to be Royce Keys versus Los Garzas 2-on-1, some type of feud like that. That's what I feel like we're getting with Royce Keys for his intro. Vikingo up on the top rope. What's he going to do? Double stomp. He did a coup de grace. Keys is Solid Monster's pick to win the Andre Battle Royal. Yeah. And that's a lot of tongue in cheek as well from Solid Monster. He's serious, but also he's being hella sarcastic, meaning like that's how they're gonna give him at Mania probably. Hello? I'm just about to end my live stream in a couple of minutes and then I'll be on. Yeah. In like 8 minutes it's over. All right. Peace. Oh my god. That was gnarly. Oh, that was brutal. I love AAA chat. I like fast paced, action packed, sensical storyline wrestling. And AAA is all that. They're still fighting. The Americanos are still beating each other's ass. So this is spilling out into the main event. Oh! Tope con hero! Sheesh. And a kick out. So Rey Mysterio has a match against one of these two? Are they going to give Vikingo the IC title? It's mini Vikingo! Penta driver! No, destroyer, sorry. Yeah! Penta with the victory! Yeah, cero miedo. Undertaker's and Gorilla, yes. Man, what a fast hour that was, chat. Huh. I wonder if that means that Vikingo's going to get pissed at Dorian for what he did. I wonder if Vikingo's going to sack him, like can him, get rid of him. They're putting you over again, Guardian. Chaos? That was a sick destroyer. I love how Vikingo wrestles in Jordan 13s. I don't know why. I just think that that's badass. I'm assuming this is the second match now, second or third, where Mini Vikingo's interfered. I'm assuming we're getting Vikingo versus Mini Vikingo now. Mini Vikingo has screwed Vikingo a number of times already this year. Yeah, these two are for sure. We're getting a Vikingo versus Mini Vikingo for sure. AAA does it right. Wait, what's happening here? They're still fighting? Yep. These two have been fighting for like 30 minutes. This might be the biggest backstage brawl in all WWE history. It's been going on through the whole show. Correct me if I'm wrong, but weren't they together before Chad Gable got hurt and they were on the same page, flip-flopping back and forth between each other? I missed the part where they end up hating each other. I'm not. I do want to see these two fight in a match, though. With, like I said, a stipulation involved. Definitely a stipulation involved. It's got to be a mask versus mask. Has to be. It's the only thing that makes sense. Yeah, you got to hold them down. Otherwise, they're going to keep fighting. Shorty G is on the juice. Look how jacked he is. His body didn't look like that when he got injured. He like doubled in size. He got to him again. JBL saying get that fraud is so funny. I don't know why. Get that fraud. He's got a mic. He's going to say WrestleMania. Oh, someone's bleeding. Mask versus mask. Mascara versus mascara, he said, right? So this feud is coming to an end. Listen to the crowd. The show is over and the credits are rolling, and the crowd is the loudest it's been the entire night. Executive producer Mark Calloway, that name you see, that's The Undertaker. So it's Triple H, Lee Fitting, and Undertaker. Lucha Libre is doing it right, chat. Lucha Libre is doing wrestling correctly. I don't care what nobody said. We're getting mask versus mask. All right. God, Lucha, AAA Lucha Libre is so fun. It comes on, it does what it's got to do, doesn't hang around too long, doesn't make you feel like an idiot, doesn't waste your time, doesn't make you feel like you wasted your money. It's very entertaining. You've got great wrestling. They do comedy fairly well. I mean, I can't find anything bad to say about AAA. The worst thing that I've got for tonight's little quick hour, which was an action-packed, very entertaining hour, by the way. But the only complaint or criticism I would have is JBL. That's it. Guardian, my brother, thank you. You too. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And I will see you in JD stream Monday night, probably, if you're there. And that being said, shout out to everybody that popped in. I had some new names, some names that I don't see too often, and my good cast of regulars always in here supporting me. Thank you to Mike Rouse, Patrick Palmer, Guardian, JB Comrade, FinFin2004. There was a couple of names. Let me get them real quick. I would like to shout them out because I haven't seen them before. I do AAA most of the time. I'm back today for my first stream in a while, but here on out, every time AAA does a show, this is where you'll see me. I don't care about Raw. I don't care about SmackDown. AEW is not even on nobody's radar, so let's just keep it real. But Nuki82, thank you for showing up tonight. It was nice to meet you. And someone was in the chat before I went live earlier today. Donovan said R8D. Appreciate you for stopping by. Thank you guys for coming to hang out with me. I'm sorry it's been a while since I've done this. I will be back for the next AAA stream. I'm not sure about NXT anymore. Especially after Mania, they're probably going to get gutted. NXT, their storylines right now aren't really... They are too heavily they're too heavily relying on the women to carry the show. It was okay last year. The women were really impressive. Now I feel like NXT needs to do something to create balance because the women can't just keep being the focal point of every show. In my opinion, the women are strong. The women look good. The men do not. And it's completely lopsided on NXT, and I just haven't really been interested in covering it, if I'm being honest. My favorite wrestling of the week is AAA, so the next time they have a show, I will be here and we can do this all over again. Shout out all you guys. I can't wait to do the Mania stream with Otis. Him and I will be live early on Monday. We're going live earlier than normal for previews and predictions for Mania, I believe, if I understood his message correctly. But shout out to my boy Otis. And yeah, I'll see you guys in JD's stream on Monday night. And see you all here back either Saturday for... AAA won't be doing the show Saturday because we'll all be watching Mania. So the next time I'll see you guys live is over on Otis's channel for WrestleMania. All right. I'm getting out of here, guys. You guys have a great night, and I will talk to you all later. Peace out.